Let's see. Hey guys. Oops. All right, guys, let's see. Okay. Hello. If you guys could come in and introduce yourself and say hi. If you have any questions, go ahead and list them, and we'll get started in a second. Let's see. Oh, let me pull up the live chat. Let's see, live chat. There we go. All right. Hey guys, welcome. Pulling up my Shopify information now so we can get started. All right, analytics. From May to today, so starting 26th. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so this month I had a re-release of all of my popular rings. I also had some necklaces in stock, and yes, so I did a release of chains, bracelets, and necklaces. So I had some of that in stock, plus I had done a pre-sale for some of our popular rings that we had. So I'm just gonna go through what we did in May. So here, actually, let me see if I can turn my camera around. Sorry, please do not mind my living room. Can I turn my camera around on this thing? So, okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that, or it's probably backwards. Or I'll just put a screenshot in when we're done. So total sales for the month of May, $3,996.64. We have 4 more days, so maybe I can hit that $4,000 threshold. Hey guys, how are you? So maybe I can hit that $4,000 threshold for the month of May, since we do have thank you, 4 days left. Or do we have 5? Is there 31 days in, babe, is there 31 days in May? Or 30? I don't know. But we still have time to make $4. So that's good. So an interesting thing, have you guys launched? Have you guys built your website? 31, thanks. Have you guys built your website, or like, where are you in the process? I want to say Shopify is just amazing with analytics. And I definitely recommend it to you. If you have not built a website yet, get Shopify. Still looking into vendors. That takes a while. Looking into vendors, that definitely takes a while. I'm currently sourcing, so you're still looking into oh, awesome, you ordered your samples. So don't get discouraged if you get horrible samples. I think it happens to the best of us. I know a lot of you guys have purchased the ebook, so it kind of gives you guys what the things that I look for when I'm on a vendor page, as so you won't waste money. Also, I don't always like get samples the traditional way. One thing that I did mention in the ebook is sometimes they already have videos of items in stock, and I ask, you know, hey, do you guys have a video of this particular item? So I'll get on like WeChat or whatever. What is the other one? The other chat system, and I'll do a video call. And I will ask them if they can show me certain products in the video. Yeah, I've done that a few times. It will save you money. So you're not always ordering samples. So definitely make sure you guys do that as well. Set up video calls and ask them to show you some of their products. Build Shopify for mass. Yes, it is great. So what I was saying with the Shopify, it says that I have a 12% returning customer rate. So that means people that have bought from me before have been back, but it actually says that that's down by 46%. So that's kind of like that statistic is down. But I did run Instagram ads, so my first time visitor rate is like crazy right now. So, but still 12% returning customer rate, that's not bad. So another thing that I noticed is that this has been one of my higher earning months, and it says that the average order rate is $26.16, and it's up 16%. And so don't short sell your, is it short change yourself or short sell yourself? That doesn't make sense. Don't no, I didn't even run a Mother's Day ad, because the reason I couldn't run a Mother's Day ad is because most of my product had sold out. So I didn't really have much to offer for Mother's Day. I just did a pre-sale in the beginning of the month for my popular rings. But like I was saying, my average order value was up. So sometimes I would run sales and my rings would be discounted. But in the month of May, most of my customers paid full price, which is around $20. I try to keep it reasonable. And so because they paid full price for my products, my average order value went up. So typically my average order was $26.16. So that's pretty cool. So in the past, my order value would be at $21.15. So let me see if I missed any comments. So on Alibaba, I saw that there are multiple vendors with the exact same name in different years of the site. Should I rule that out? That's a great question. I don't think so. I would ask. I would say, hey, I saw you were you had the same number as this company. You know, are you guys the same? And then just see what they say. I've seen that too. I look for how much money the company brings in revenue. So I would probably go with the one that has the higher revenue amount. Reach out to them. But that is something that I have seen too. So that's a great question. Let's see. Did I build a Shopify mask? Okay, great. Okay, so for May, I probably could have done a little bit more in sales. If you guys just came on, I'm at $3,996.67. We still have 4 more days in or did I say March? I hope I didn't say March. In May. So we have 4 more days or five more days. So hopefully I can hit the $4,000 mark. So as far as product, a lot of you guys ask how much product I buy. So let's go to my invoice. So for this launch, I think I bought, let's see. Where's Alibaba? Bought over 100 rings. And then I had some necklaces, anklets, and bracelets in stock from April. So a lot of people were waiting for the ring release to purchase the necklaces and bracelets because they just wanted to get it all at one time. So let's see. Let me go to my invoice. So I believe I spent $307.85, and yeah, my profit and I made this month about $4,000. So you guys can tell, um, it's a pretty decent profit. Most of the money that I made though from this past drop, I put towards products for my June release. So I made most of my money in the beginning half of the month when I did my ring release. So right now, so I used $883 for my next go round from one vendor, and then $314.60 to another vendor. So I bought more products because the demand is higher. So even though I only spent 300 last time and that made me 3,000, I'm thinking that if I'm spending almost 1,100 this time, it will make me a little bit more. And the reason I did buy more this time is because most of my products sold out within the first 2 to 3 days. So I was really not working with much product in May, but I did sell out. So okay, let's see. Spending so much time on Alibaba has made it easy for me to tell which suppliers a ton of Vibe Juice. Yes. Yes, that's good. That's a good point. I do look at some of the companies on IG and I'm like, I know where you got your stuff from, but you know, cheers to them. I love seeing people do well though, so it's all good. I just purchased 70 today and I'm waiting on 50 to arrive. Cool. Let's see. Do you think there's a limit on how many vendors we should source from? No, I think that's a preference of how many people that you want to work with. So I get all of my stainless steel jewelry from one vendor, and they are for the most part reliable. I did have a minor issue with them last month, but they used they used a new employee with my order, and that could have easily costed me thousands of dollars, but I have great customers who understood. So I use one vendor for stainless steel jewelry, and then I use another vendor for sterling silver jewelry. So whenever I get sterling silver jewelry, it's because the item has like cubic zirconia stones, and it just looks better on stainless steel than it does. It looks better on sterling silver than it does on stainless steel. So let me show you. So these eternity rings, I get eternity rings in sterling silver. I do not do it in brass. Like, if it just looks cheaper in brass to me, and the sterling silver is just better quality. And so I have two vendors. So let me show you guys this ring. So you can use as many vendors as you want. It's a preference, to be completely honest, but for me right now, 2 is enough. Do you have advice on the best shipping options for suppliers? Yes, I always do. Oh, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but these sterling silver rings really do sparkle, and they sell really well. The gold ones sell really well on my page. For shipping jewelry, you should, depending on where you live. So I'm in the USA, I'm in Texas. I ship DHL Express. And even so, during Corona, DHL Express was a week. Now that Corona's kind of like dying down, it's normally, I got my last order in 3 days. So it's going to be expensive, but I think that that's the best way to ship from overseas to here, DHL Express, because your items are light anyway, unless you're getting chains, and then it's a little bit heavy. But an order of jewelry typically is between $50 and $80, shipping DHL Express. So let's see, what else do we have? How do you create anticipation to drive sales for new releases? So the reason I did a pre-sale for this month is because people were constantly asking me, hey, when's this going to be in stock? When's this going to be in stock? So I knew it was an item that people were waiting for. So because I knew that it was an item people were waiting for, I said, I'm going to do a pre-sale because a lot of you are waiting for this. It's going to sell out pretty quickly based on demand. So if you want the style you want, if you want the size you want, I'm opening up the pre-sale. It's going to be this day, and people were ready. Like, I hadn't even announced it yet, and I could see. So Shopify can tell you how many people are on your site and where they are, and people were waiting for me to release it so they could get their size. So that's kind of how I created anticipation. It was already an item that people wanted. So that's how I did that. That was a good question. Let's see. Do you have your vendor attach your tags, or do you do it yourself? I have my vendors attach my tags. You can do it yourself. I'm not going to because you have to think about it. Like, so, you guys might start off small right now, but there are going to be certain things that you just cannot do as your business grows. So before, when I was starting off small, it was just me and my boyfriend tying ribbons on boxes. As we get, at least like consistent, like 6 orders per day, between 6 and 15 orders per day, nobody has time to be tying boxes. It's cool when you have like two orders every 2 days. So just certain tasks you could probably do yourself right now, but just know that it's just not doable as you continue to grow. So I just have, and it's literally like 20 cents for them to add a tag. So say your necklace is $2.50 without a tag right now, it'll be $2.70. You really don't really feel that cost. And it just adds so much like personalization to your brand. It just looks good. So I would definitely suggest you adding a tag. Yes, think scalability. That's right. No, I don't. Not right now. I don't do a lot of conventional things. I'm still learning. I do not have a PO box right now. They just send it to the address that I have listed on the on the package. Let me show you. Hold on. She says, "What do you mean tags?" Let me just take off my necklace. Do you think it's a good idea to create a banner post on IG? Hold on one second. Let's see. So this is what I mean with jewelry tags. Instead of just selling, this is a Figaro chain, right? But all of my jewelry, all of my necklaces have my logo. I don't know if you guys can see that, but my logo is engraved to the tag. So everyone knows this is a Monique Rochelle piece. So all of my necklaces, bracelets, and anklets have a tag with my logo on it. And that's what she means. There's companies on Etsy that do logo tags. But if you go through Alibaba, yes, it's just a nice touch. If you go through Alibaba, you can ask them to put a logo tag or to put your logo on your ring. Just make your items stand out. Because if you look on Instagram, a lot of people do have similar products because we all basically get the same get the same products from the same place unless you're designing them. And I do encourage you to design your own pieces. So you can put your logo in your rings or on your necklaces. Okay. Do you think it's a good idea to create a banner post on IG and add some promo photos of the jewelry with a release date? Then run IG ads to create hype. So you can. So if you have your samples but you haven't gotten your order yet, post the jewelry of the samples that you have. I wouldn't post stock pictures though. So say this ring is being released, but you don't have the product yet. So I would do an introduction post. People like knowing about knowing about the brand. So do an introduction post. Say this ring is becoming in stock. Make sure you're styling it like differently. Don't just, post pictures of the ring. Post pictures of the ring on you or on someone else. And you can kind of introduce your jewelry that way. But I would not run Instagram ads of just jewelry. Like, if you don't have an established brand yet, don't just post pictures of jewelry. People don't just buy pictures of jewelry. People buy jewelry on people. Like, they want to see themselves wearing the pieces. So you could do that, but I would wait to start Instagram ads closer to when you receive all of your jewelry, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. How did you create your logo? A girl that I went to college with did my logo for me, and I had several meetings with her, and she kind of got a feel for me and my personality, and then she created a bunch of logos for me, and then I got to choose 2 of them. So, do you recommend opening another bank account for business only, or is it fine to use your personal one? That's a great question. So starting off, this is the process that I'm going through now. So starting off, everything was together. So Shopify sent my payments to my bank account, and and I use my personal PayPal. I've now switched my PayPal over to a business PayPal. And then now I'm going to start using a credit card for just business things, because now it's getting to the point where I'm starting to buy a lot of things, and just for tax purposes, it's going to be so much easier if I have all of my payments in one, all of my receipts. So when I give my dad my stuff to do my taxes, I can just give him my credit card statement that'll have all of my business purchases. So as you keep going, it will be necessary for you to separate things, because because now, the IRS, if you're not really making much of a profit, they're just going to consider this as a little hobby. But once you start making real money, that's when they're going to be like, okay, there's real money to be. Babe, can you turn that down just a little bit? Thank you. Oh, and can you give me an energy drink? Thank you. You want to separate it. So it wasn't necessary in the beginning, but it is necessary now. So that's a great question. Let's see, what else do we have? Do you recommend? We did that one. Do you have a trademark? Do you have to trademark your logo? If so, how much does it cost? I haven't trademarked my logo. It's probably a good idea. It wasn't really the first thing that I thought of. But I guess as you become popular, it's probably a great idea. Do you recommend designing your own pieces from day one, or starting with pre-made designs, or designing later? I want to design my own, but it's taking time and I'm eager to start. So I would, to be completely honest, I would send in your designs so find a good vendor, first of all. And then if you trust them, send them your designs. They'll make a mold, or they'll charge you a mold fee, but they will create your designs for you. So that's what I had to do. So I sent in my designs. They charged me a mold fee, and then they sent it to me, and I just tweaked it. So you'd be very surprised at what the vendors can do. And, a lot of people don't do certain things based off of fear. I would send it in. The mold fee for most companies is like between $25 and $50. Send it to them. Ask them, here's my design. Can you create it? See if you like it. And then if you do and you want to just make minor tweaks, just do that. But you'd be very surprised. But you could, so I don't, so all of my stuff, even my necklaces, I don't just buy the picture. I say, hey, I want this like 6.5 millimeters, 18 inches long. Can you put my jewelry tag on the end? And I want this kind of extent in like a 3-inch extender. So I don't just get stock stuff. Like everything that I purchase is custom. But this Figaro chains, that's not custom. You know what I mean? But you can do your own thing to what they have listed already. So those are just a few things. And then buying stock products is not bad. It's not bad at all. So you can, it's a preference. If you want to do designs and stock items, then that's cool too. Let's see. I just used one credit card for all my business expenses. Yes, that's a good idea. Trademark. You are smart. I'm excited. Oh, thank you. All right. You guys have any more questions? Are you guys okay with this time? It's kind of early, but figured I'd go live earlier today. Okay, so for the month of June, so I have, how many rings do I have coming? So I have 50 rings in that order. Thanks. 50 rings in that order. I have So I have about 125 rings coming. So 125. 125. And then I will multiply that by, so I'll just say 120 because sometimes I give rings to influencers to post. So my rings are normally $19, but sometimes there might be like a special. So I'm gonna times 120 rings times, let's say 18. So I should make 2100 from those rings. Let me just write this down. So this is for June. So 2100, I could possibly make 2100 from those rings. And then what else do I have coming? I have stainless steel earrings coming. Sterling silver, like what are they called? They're Huggies with cubic zirconia down them. So those are going to be priced higher. And I have 20 ear cuffs coming, sterling silver, 20 Huggies coming, sterling silver, and 50 stainless steel hoops. So the Huggies and so those will be priced probably, the Huggies will probably be 28 because it's a more expensive item to purchase. And then the earrings will probably be, oh, actually, no, they're sold separate. The, so 20 times, so I'll probably, oh, and it's important to give some of your items to influencers. If you see influencers following your page and they are interested in your product, it's nothing like someone selling your items that believe in your brand. So let's see. Typically give influencers, probably 2 influencers because I don't have a lot of product for that. Times, let's do an average price of 30. So the earrings, I only ordered 20 pairs, so I'm thinking maybe about $5.50. The ear cuffs are sold separately, and those will probably be 25 times 18, so that's about $4.50. And then 50 earrings, I'm most likely gonna price those at about 26 to 28. So let's say 45 times 26. So 1,000. Okay, so let me calculate all of this. 2160 plus 550 plus 450 plus 114. Okay, so my goal for the month, if I sell out everything that I've purchased, is around 4,300. But that's just a rough estimate, because I do run sales. So we'll see what happens. So, but if I can make a little bit more than that, that'd be great. I just deducted like 5 from each product because I do use influencers. But if I don't use as many influencers this month, then I will sell it. Do you guys have any questions about using influencers? That's probably one of the best things that you could do as far as marketing. So let's see. Is your IG account under business account setting? Yes. And only because you can see the analytics. It is definitely important to utilize the business accounts that IG offers, because it gives you different analytics than it does for regular accounts. So another, yeah. If you ask for custom specs like the length, etc., about how long does it take from you putting, oops, let's see, sorry, it went away. If you ask for custom specs like the length, etc., about how long does it take from you putting in the order until they ship out? A month. Production time for custom items with the vendors that I use, both vendors, both the sterling silver vendor and the stainless steel vendor, is between a month. And so when I so the profit that I made in the beginning of May, I just automatically put it towards my inventory for June, because it typically takes 30 days to make. So that's a great question. And right now I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna order for July. So that's a good question. Do you randomly reach out to influencers, or do you only reach out to those that follow you? Right now, I only use the ones that that follow me, that have bought some of my products. But a lot of outside influencers hit me up all the time asking if I use influencers. But right now I'm just focused on the ones that have like believed in my brand, because they sell my products better than anyone else that I know. But I know if I want to grow, I need to utilize like other influencers. So now I'm starting to think about like lifestyle influencers, fashion influencers, bloggers. Is blogging still a thing? Like, is that worth it? I'm not sure. But yeah, right now I utilize people. So if they have like a following of over 2,000, between 2 and 5,000, some of my followers have like 10,000, and I send them free stuff. But only, I don't want to get into the habit of sending people free stuff and they don't like advertise or like take pictures of my products. Have any, no, no one has charged me. I've actually paid people because I loved what they gave me so much. Like their pictures, really, they turned out so good. So and I think I told you guys before, it was a college student. And she just took amazing jewelry, pictures of my jewelry. And I wouldn't even consider her an influencer, but she did have a lot of followers. So that's some kind of influence. So I actually paid her, but no one's asked me to pay them, especially if they reach out to me. Sis, no. 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 I'm not paying anyone, not right now. Hey. Yeah, I'm not paying anyone right now when I know that there's people out there that, want in most influencer, they just want product in exchange for pictures. So, yeah, it's just easier if they believe in your brand. And that's the only reason why I use those girls instead. How do you politely turn down influencers? I am not the best person. I leave them in my other messages, and that's probably not the thing to do. Or, I mean, I'll just tell them, hey, not at the moment. We're okay. But using influencers is something that we're thinking about. So, when we get to that point, we'll let you know. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Let's see. I know, but I don't know I don't know if people still read blogs. Okay, what do you use to design your custom jewelry? Do you have to be good at drawing, or how does that work? No, I am horrible at drawing. Oh my God, here, y'all want to see something funny? I'll show you my invoice. My invoice looks crazy because I don't draw, but luckily, and then that was another thing. So I know a lot of you guys have read the ebook. You have to learn the different types of chains, the different types of components, and just describe what you want, and they can work with you. So, let's see. Where's an invoice? I'm trying to think of an invoice that looks crazy that I can show you guys. Because the lady that I work with, she will put my chicken scratch on my invoice to tell the jewelers, the people who make the jewelry, how to do it. So when I say that they can work with you, I mean it. They really can work with you. They will attach your chicken scratch drawing to your invoice to give to the. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Okay. So here's my invoice, right? So it has all of my products. I wanted these rings. So I was trying to tell her that I wanted never, and then a CZ stone, give up, another CZ stone. And then this is where I wanted it. And so she literally just put that on my invoice. And is this the ring? Yeah. Hold on. I'll show you how it came out. So that was my chicken scratch invoice. And I told her what font to use. And this is one of these CZ rings with the stone is one of our popular rings. So don't be afraid of not knowing, how to draw, or not being able to use professional professional like CAD drawings, don't be afraid to send in your stuff because you don't know. Like they will attach your chicken scratch drawings to your invoice and they will make it happen. So this was another one that I was working on. It was like a Cuban link ring with a bar, but the font, I hate the font, and then they shaded it in black, and I don't really like that. So this is another one like, okay, it's okay, but I need to go back to the drawing board and fix it. And so I just told them, so you have to know like what kind of chains, you have to know the pieces of jewelry so you can describe it to them the best of your ability. So I said, hey, I want a Cuban ring, 8 millimeters wide, but I want a bar so that I can write something. And then I sent them a chicken scratch drawing, and then this is what they came up with. And the only thing that I don't like about it is this font. The ring is not bad. It's just the font is just like not my style. You know what I mean? So I just have to go back to the drawing board with this one and figure it out. So I do not use professional drawings. I use what I have. You have to be resourceful and they can work with you. Let's see. How often do they post your products? They do not post my products because I paid for a molding fee. So these products are specifically for me. So if you're paying for molding fees, they don't post your products because these are your designs. Now for the Huggies that I have coming, she asked me, hey, do you want to pay for a molding fee, because this is something that they've never done. And I could have chose to pay for a molding fee, but I see them all over. It just wasn't something that they offer. So I said, no, I'm not paying for a molding fee. So because I'm not paying for that molding fee, when my earrings are done, they can post it on their Alibaba because it's something that they made, not something that I made because I didn't pay for the molding fee. So for my stainless steel vendor, I never see any of my products on their page because I paid for molding fees. But the ear cuffs that I'm getting and the Huggies, they're just basics. They're just basic sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. So it's okay. When is the ebook 2.0 coming out? I'm working on it, sis. Let's see. Waiting for custom. I haven't drawn any picture. Yes. Yeah, basically. Just tell them what you want and be as descriptive as possible. I was referring to the influencers. How often do they post your products? So for my products, I've been doing collections basically. So for the month of May, I had more rings. For the month of April, I had a collection. I did this whole collection. So this with bracelets and anklets. So I've been doing collections. So what was the question? I knew I had a answer to that. So the influencers. So when I had these necklaces and the bracelets, I said, hey, can you just take pictures? And a lot of the girls, they'll receive the products and then they just send me a buttload of pictures, and I just use that for my page. So I don't really say, hey, you need to post like 3 times a month. I don't really do that. They just get the products and then they take like a bunch of pictures, and I use it for my Instagram stories and for my Instagram page. So that's how I use influencers. You can do a product and say, hey, if I send you products every month, can you just make sure you post my stuff like, 2 times a week, or just tag me. So a lot of people do it that way. I don't do it like that because I do collections. Like, so 1 minute you'll see like this on my page, but then if it sells out, then I'm on to the next thing. So I do collections, so I don't really ask them for constant, pictures with certain products. I just send them and then we're on to the next thing. And I'm saying, hey, are you available to take pictures? And they either tell me yes or no. And if they tell me yes, then I just go ahead and send them out the next thing. And my customers kind of like that though. because I do have a lot of returning customers, and my returning customer rate was so high because I'm constantly coming out with new products. I don't just keep the same things in my shop. Okay. Let's see. Do you have them etch your brand into earrings? So now they will. So I have cuffs coming out this month. So my logo is going to go inside the cuff. For the earring, did I tell them to etch my brand in the earrings? I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I told them to etch it into the cuff. But that's a good thing. Like, I see a lot of brands that have their logo, like, you know, if it's a hoop and the hoop is like circle, you can see that their brand name is like on the end of the hoop. I think that that's a great idea. Anywhere that you can put your brand, I would definitely do it, for brand awareness. But yeah, let's see. How long would you say it took you to grow your business to where you are currently? So I'm not where I want to be, but I think I had a really good month. And so that was so I started in November, and then I had my first like great month this past month in May. So it took a little bit. Instagram ads help, influencers help. So now when you want a logo, it normally has to be in a straight line. I had to create a second logo. Yeah, so depending on rings, definitely it needs to be in a straight line. My logo is a circle, and some things my logo can't go on, but a lot of things it can go on. So it just depends on the company too, because I had one company do my circle logo on a jewelry tag, and it just came out so faint and not cute. But the company that I work with did my logo, and it just came perfectly. So I would, to be smart though, I would do like a straight line logo. But there are companies that will do a circle logo. Hey, Ashley! Oh my God, go follow Ashley Empowers. I love her so much. Yeah, so do you guys have any more questions? What else can we talk about? Let's see. Yeah, and so when you guys are starting out though, make sure you're listening to your customers. How often do you change your customer? That's what I was leading into. Listen to your customers. I often put out polls on my Instagram, saying what people like. So do you like these chains more? Or are you looking for anklets for the summertime? So put polls out, put pictures, try to be descriptive. If you're going the sample route, like show your samples, say, hey guys, this is what I'm working on. Get their feedback, because sometimes what I think is hot, it really isn't. And they will tell me that they like something else. So I said this in my first live, do not get attached to your ideas, because sometimes what you think people want, they really don't want. So put out polls. So that's how I kind of keep up with what type of inventory. So how often do you change your inventory? The rings have been constant because the rings sell consistently. Now necklaces and all of the other things, those change periodically, because people are looking for different things. And it was crazy. I think the rings sold so well. Like, we were in the house, like, these are encouraging messages. So the rings sell constantly. The necklaces, people were like, okay, it's kind of getting warm outside, but those just weren't selling as well as the rings. So just listen to your followers, with what they like, and that kind of tells me what kind of inventory to get next. Like, sometimes I'll be like, hey guys, what are you guys looking for? They'll be like, Mo, put out earrings. And I'm like, okay. So that's why I have more earrings coming out for June, because my followers told me that they were looking for some waterproof earrings. So since they're looking for waterproof earrings, that's what we're going to give them in June. So whenever more than one person asks me if I'm coming out with something, then that kind of tells me that's what I need to be looking for the next release. You guys have any more questions? Powered by Shopify. I think if you buy, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I've never really played with that. I think if you see Powered by Shopify, it's probably because it's a Shopify template, like from Shopify themselves. Like you can get Shopify templates from like Theme Forest. I'm not sure if those templates have that Powered by Shopify statement at the bottom though. Let's see. My bracelets are my biggest sellers. I have sold out 3 times and I've only been, oh, that's awesome. So since her bracelets sell out, bracelets are working. Just keep with bracelets. So the rings always work for my jewelry store. So I will always continue to keep rings, but I am trying to figure out what else will work, what else sells out fast. Have you ever had a product that just didn't sell? If so, what did you do with them? Yes, these earrings. My followers do not like brass. I think it's because my whole store was based off of waterproof jewelry. When they said, hey, Monique, are these waterproof? I'm like, they're brass. And they're like, no, I'll pass. So these, I just put them in a category on my site called sample sales, and they don't sell. I can't even lie. They will sell maybe once a week. But yeah, these earrings are made from brass, and my followers do not like brass compared. Thank you. I love them too. But all of my other products are waterproof. So when I tried to put out something that wasn't waterproof, the items didn't sell. So yeah. So I know not to buy brass. Like none of the products that I've come out with are brass. So, but I mean, it's trial and error. Luckily, I didn't spend too much on them because these brass earrings were, they had small MOQs. So I didn't have to purchase that many. I think I purchased 12. And I think I literally sent the last pair out yesterday for 12. And I'm wearing a pair, so 11. So yeah, some things just don't sell. And you'll figure that out as you keep going. While on vacation, how do you handle orders? So right now, right now I can tell my customers, hey guys, I'll be out of the office for the weekend. I'll get back to your orders when I return. One thing that I am learning is communication will definitely take you very far. I had a few shipping mishaps, and all I did, I was like, hey guys, so this happened. You know, you can either wait 2 weeks for your order to come in, or I can provide you a refund because, you know, of the inconvenience. And most people are like, hey, we'll wait 2 weeks. So if you just communicate with your followers, with your customers, they know that you're a small business and they will understand. So in the month of December, I didn't really have much product because I had sold out a lot of my product ahead of time. But I took 2 weeks of vacation, and then I moved to Texas that third week of December. So my shop was pretty much out of commission. And I just said, hey guys, for the next 2 weeks, I am taking a vacation. If you would like to order something, please get it in before, you know, Monday at 5 p.m. and I'll get your order out to you. Otherwise, when I return, we'll have new stock and everything. And everybody's like, okay, enjoy your vacation. And then I still got orders during that time, even though I was gone. I still got orders. It's just best to communicate. People will understand that it's it's just you. At some points, it's just you, your business. So just communicate. Just always communicate, always be honest. They will be more appreciative of you being honest than to just like them purchase something and then it just goes ghost. So just always communicate. Let's see. Okay, here's for me, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, I need to start doing better with holidays and running sales during holidays and preparing for the holiday sales. Like for Mother's Day, I didn't have much product left because it had all sold in like those first couple of days of May. So I didn't, well, Mother's Day was like the 10th, or it was on the weekend. And it was on the 10th, and I was pretty much all out of product because I sold everything beforehand. Yes, I do have custom packaging. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I had larger boxes when I had necklaces and stuff, but right now I'm putting rings in these little ring boxes. And then I have stuff that goes into these little pouches. And then if you are in the States, I recommend Proline. They're not sponsored, but I get my bubble mailers from them. I get like 100 bubble mailers for like $20. And they're really fast. But if I don't go to Proline, then I'll just go to Amazon. Like Amazon's picking back up with Prime now. So beforehand, I used to get my bubble mailers overnight. And since it wasn't really overnight, I just went straight to the source, which is Proline. But now I think you can probably get bubble mailers on Amazon Prime. So I'm using for the price. My items, sometimes I think people won't pay that price. All of my items are customized, so maybe they would. I don't want to price the items too high. I have that same struggle because I wanted to price my jewelry how I would pay for my jewelry. But then the thing is, like, I see other people on Instagram and we buy from the same vendor and what they're selling is maybe like 7 times the price that I'm selling it at. So don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. Just remember that, because I have goals, and if I continue to price myself lower, it's going to be harder for me to reach my goals, my financial goals. So do not sell yourself short. My strategy for pricing is because you don't want to go beneath that number. So jewelry, you can mark jewelry up so high if you want. I chose not to, but it's also going to take me longer to get to my financial goals because I wanted to cater to people that are looking for good value but affordable jewelry. Stick to the pricing model. You'd be surprised. But yeah, stick to the pricing model. I feel your struggle. Like, I'm the same way. But definitely stick to the pricing model. So yeah, Amazon was just taking, and I was buying my mailers. I was buying Proline mailers from Amazon. Then I'm like, let me just Google Proline. And then so now I just Google Proline, and their prices are so much cheaper if you buy it directly from them than buying it from Amazon. So like if I would have bought like 50 from Amazon, it would have just been, $17. I'm like, I could just buy 100 straight from them. So definitely check them out. But, if I'm in like a rush, or if I need packaging like overnight, then I will go back to Amazon Prime. What else, guys? Oh, you see your items sell cheaper. So jewelry, you can mark up jewelry. So I would not, and there are people that will pay for it. If they feel that the value's there, if the quality's there, they'll pay for it. So definitely don't worry about that, but do not sell yourself short. So, okay, guys, I have to go soon, but if there's any other questions, I will definitely answer them right now. Just let me know. Pushing an hour. Let's see. All right, so if there's no other questions, exactly. Yeah, buying from the manufacturer instead of a trade. If there's no other questions, I hope I answered everyone's questions. Okay, so let me know if there's any other topics. I think I'm gonna do a real video, kind of going through like my story of how I started and then what I've done as the months have gone on and what I've learned. I think I'm gonna do one of those lesson videos. I'm gonna hopefully put it out, what's today, Tuesday? Hopefully give you guys a video Thursday. And if you guys, I want to get back on live next week. So if you have a topic that you want me to go through, just let me know and I will hopefully get to that. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.